I can't think.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MANxiety Show. Mick Thomas here.
Corey Brooks.
Thank you for coming back again. It's been
About a month.
Is it been about a month since we had an
About
episode?
a month, yes. The first day of school. That's how I remember.
First day of school, not for us,
not
for
for
the
us.
kids.
Yes.
And we, I talked about it on my podcast this morning how you had a UTI, and that's why we couldn't do an episode the last few weeks.
Yep. It was burning like peed.
Yeah, and also welcome to TikTok Live. We brought you up
first
live.
one, yes.
On we should have brought up on our other page though, but that's fine. We'll let it roll on this one.
Yeah, we'll do it
See
next
where
time.
that goes. So yeah, it's been 2 weeks. So thanks everybody for coming back. We do appreciate that. Hope the sound is working for you on TikTok Live.
Yep.
If not, you just jump off. I understand. I wouldn't stick around for bad audio.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks, man. What's been going on with you?
I've had the mother-in-law stay with me for about a good 3 weeks, which put me into a deep depression.
That's the worst, man.
So that's why.
No matter, and here's the thing too. It's not like no matter how nice they are.
Yeah.
Right? Because they usually are. They try to do some stuff that's helpful, but
They
too
do.
much of an in-law.
Is enough. I mean,
Is
I don't want my
way
own
too
mother
much.
living with me for more than 2 days, you know? You just want your own. I want to be able to come down and fucking fart on my couch if I wanted to and not have to look at her sleeping there, you know? It's like, you just want your own space. It gets to a point where you just want your own space in your own house.
It's that. It's definitely that. But then it's also like the opinions.
Yeah.
And the butt-ins.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? And you're like,
Every
oh yeah,
conversation
yeah,
they
you're
have to
right.
put their 2 cents in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I am right. I did use too much salt in that casserole.
Yep.
Sorry about that. You don't even eat casserole? No, but you said I'm doing something wrong with the thing you don't even like fucking eating anyway.
Yep.
So how did you? Did you like leave the house? See, that's what I like. My mother-in-law would come up, and I became the nicest guy. I mean, does anybody need anything? Does anybody want anything? I can go get it for you right now. I go. You collect mugs, don't you, from around the country? You don't have Denver. I'll go to Denver right now. Let me go to Denver right now and get you a mug from Starbucks with the Denver logo.
I wish I would have done that. I hid in my room probably for almost 2 weeks. I couldn't. I don't know. I guess
you were
I'm not
grounded.
a good. Yeah, like I was grounded. Like I was punished. Like everything was just taken away from me, and I had to go stay in my room for 2 weeks. I could have killed myself, and no one came and checked on me.
Now,
but
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, a bit personal. You don't have to answer. Like,
Okay.
How far away was she staying from you in the house?
So everything was set up in the living room.
Feet-wise, though.
Feed-wise,
No matter how. See, here's the thing. Your house can be very big.
Yeah.
But she could only be 7 feet away from you based on straight up. There's the ceiling.
Let's say
You're you know what I mean?
from first floor to the second floor, you got about 35 feet.
Oh, yeah, it's a fair distance. So she never heard you banging.
No, we didn't bang.
You can't do it.
But I don't
when
need
you're
my
in the
mother-in-law to be there to know that we hadn't banged.
house. I don't need that rejection.
No, exactly.
Yeah, man, that sucks. Like my mother-in-law came to town from South Carolina, and there was a chance she kind of like, oh, maybe I'll just stay with you. I was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Yep,
Yep.
I'd love that. Yeah. Do you want me to pick you up from the airport? Yeah, 6:30 in the evening. Like what a awful time.
Time to have to go to the airport, and if it's especially if it's an hour and a
6:30
half away.
in the evening. Like, you know those people that have fucking weddings on the 4th of July weekend?
Yeah.
Like, you fucking ruined my weekend now. So 6:30 at the airport, you cannot avoid peak traffic either way, unless you go at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you got to leave about 2:30 to get there. So, and now you sit in the airport with your dick in your hand.
Right.
That's how I like to wait at the airport. Some people like a book or a magazine. I just...
See how long before the fucking
Yeah, TSA don't do
TSA
shit anymore.
comes and
They don't do
gets
it
you.
anymore. And then you gotta wait for it to come off, and then you gotta smile, and then you gotta, can I get your bag? Can you get your bag? No, there's more coming. Of course there's more coming. You're only here for 4 nights.
Yeah.
So you brought all this shit, did you?
everything you didn't need.
And then you get
In
back
case
in,
you decide to stay another 4 more nights.
and then you get back in the car, and you're like, you know, that lane is open, and why don't you go over that? Oh, why did you go this way home? And like, fucking hell. And you haven't even left the terminal. Haven't left the terminal, and you're already kind of like
Pissed off already.
You're really pissed off, and then you kind of pray that, I shouldn't say that, but like if 9/11 happened again,
Yeah.
because it just like 9/11 just went. You'd be like, imagine you were on that plane. Like, just, you know what I mean? Like, thoughts and prayers.
Terrible.
Thoughts and prayers. This is our last episode outside for the season. Look at
It
the
is.
shadows on the trees.
Right?
That is creepy. That is. I like it though. I do like
It's
it.
fall, man. I love fall. Fall's one of my favorite seasons. I don't know about
Autumn.
you. Autumn.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
most
autumn.
most women love the autumn, the fall.
Spooky season.
Like, it's just not
Spooky
cold.
season, bitches.
It's not hot and it's not cold, and I got my Uggs on.
That's it.
And everything is a line. It's a line to get in everywhere.
Yep. For everything. All the farms are open back up again.
Yeah, but why are we going to farms? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are we going to farms? Just go get them from the supermarket. I know, support local businesses. I get that.
I guess you do it for the kids, and then when they get old enough, if you still bring them, they don't even want to go anymore.
No, but there's a thing in Ireland. I don't know if I talked about this on this episode, on this podcast before, but in Ireland is Wexford is where I come from, and my town in Ireland, Wexford, is known for having the best strawberries on the planet.
Really?
Yeah, the best strawberries on the planet. Google it. Strawberries, right?
How do they decide who has the best strawberries on the planet? That you try every fucking strawberry from every
there's a
place
council
on the planet?
There's a council.
There's a strawberry council.
Yeah. And there's a
bunch
council.
of guys try out to be on a strawberry
No, it's a lot of
council.
women. Strawberry Shortcake is
Women too, I'm
mascot.
sorry.
And and they go around and they sample the best strawberries. And so Wexford is the thing. So we would get up, when I was a kid, I would wake up at 4 a.m. My parents would wake me up at 4 a.m, give me a plastic bag with a sandwich in it, march me down to a supermarket, and there was a bus, like a big 52-seater bus.
Okay.
And they still haven't told me what's going on. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I go, is that Ian? What's going on? And he's like, I don't know, what are we doing here? And we all got shoved onto a bus.
Right.
The bus took us out to these farms, and we picked strawberries, put them in a bucket. They weighed a bucket, like here's a pound, like as in a pound, as in the currency.
Yep.
Before it went to the euro. Here's a pound, and you'd end up with maybe £3, which is like $5 at the end of the day. No, cash-wise, after maybe 20 buckets, and then you would bring it home and give it to your family, like, because that's how fucking poor we were in the early 80s. Yeah, man. And the farmers would tell you, like, we're kids, and the farmers would tell you before, all right, lads, get up there and want you picking all these strawberries, and then they would go like, and they're poison sprayed on them, so you can't eat them, which they're lying. They just didn't want to see the strawberries. Right. Tell a kid who's 10, 9, 8, 7 to not fucking pick. So me and my friend Ian thought it'd be funny to put stones in the bucket so it'd be weighing heavier so we would get more money.
Right.
Got caught in the first bucket.
Really?
Yeah, they poured it out in front of us. All you hear is pitter, 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 thump. Like, remember that scene in Arachnophobia when all the spiders are falling?
Yep.
And you hear thump. Like, fuck. And the girl calls over. I never forget, the farmer's name was Aidan, and the daughter, girlfriend, whatever it was, she goes, Aidan, come here. So they come over, and he goes, yeah, all right. And he made us walk home 7 miles.
Really?
2 9-year-olds.
Probably not missing your fingertips.
7 miles we would walk home. And then I moved here to America, and my wife was like, oh, we're going strawberry picking. I go, what do you mean? Like, and I was thinking, like, yeah, you give them money, you pay them money, and then they let you go in and pick your, like, what the fuck? How does that work? How is that fun?
They're saving a lot in the bottom end.
How is that fun, though? Yeah. Like, you're, wait a minute, I got to give you money, and then I got to go pick my own fucking labor. Strawberries. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Like, that's like paying to go to a ranch and pick up cow shit.
This is not being insensitive. This is not being insensitive at all. I promise. Like, what? That was traumatic times for me as a kid. Picking it the whole summer and picking strawberries, right? And you come home, you give the money. Like, again, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but like, it's like if you took a black person who was just free to, hey, you're free now. Really? Oh, thank God, this is great. I'm free now, as they should be, right? And then all of a sudden, they bring you back down. Hey, give us some money, and we'll let you go pick the cotton again. Go fuck yourself. Fucking awful, man. I'm telling you, it was horrendous. You know, and then, so when I come here and everyone's like I never understood that way of thinking. Yeah. You give us money, we're going to let you go in the field picking apples and come back and give us money for the apples.
Yeah, so you spend like $150 that whole day just picking your own fruit basket.
And you got a bit of a hump
because
you're
bent over. When you bring it home.
Oh,
no one ever eats it. Nobody fucking eats it.
Nobody eats them.
You bring home 50 fucking apples. No one eats the 4 I bought from the grocery store.
Yeah, isn't that it? Like, we're going to be healthy. Yep. From here on in this household, I got some apples, 6 apples. There's 4 of us in the house. Yeah. 6 apples, right? So if you want to, we all have 1 each. Or we can then do the rest in a half. So we all get an apple and a half each. And that was good math on the top of my head. Right? We're going to have a great time. And then nobody touches them. But yet, nobody eats a fucking apple. But they can't wait to go outside.
Can't wait to go pick it and pick the perfect one. You got to put them on your shoulders to get the very top fucking apple because it's red as can be.
Can't wait. Can't wait to get you up at the crack of dawn to beat all the city folk.
Yeah.
Because all the city folk are going to do it.
wait in line for
unbelievable.
hours.
And that's why I don't like the fall. Like I love the weather and stuff, and
Yeah.
you know who doesn't? I mean, I can't ride the motorbike in the fall. You can, but it's not the safest.
Safest or just enjoyable?
Well, if you come in a corner too hard, and all of a sudden you hit a batch of wet leaves and you accelerate on it, the bike might slide out.
Gotcha.
So it's I missed that part of it, but yeah, I do. I like.
Enjoy Halloween. That whole Halloween.
I do, and I don't. I don't want to sound like a miserable fuck because like I just.
It's too late for that.
Well, this year I kind of wanted to get into it. This year because I've turned my back on Halloween for years based on. I would go to parties. I think we talked about this before.
Yeah.
You would go to a party, and I hate when people become what they're dressed as. Can you not just be Jeff from accounting, who is the Grim Reaper? Do you know what I mean? Like, can you not be Fred Flintstone, but you work in
You hate
HR?
that everybody's auditioning for the part.
Oh, it's the worst. Like I remember I was with this girl, and you know those relationships where you're at it's nearly done.
Yeah.
We're looking for any excuse now. Any excuse.
And you're
to call
arguing
this
in a
off.
fucking mummy costume.
Right, and you're holding off because you already bought the Christmas gift. You're like, all right, let me just stick around, and then next January it's my year. I'm getting rid of this fucking dead weight. And then I remember Halloween. Go ahead.
No, I'm cutting you off.
So Halloween came around, and I remember we went to a party, and I think I don't know, I want to say a cowboy, and only because I was wearing jeans and an Iron Maiden t-shirt, and I found a hat, and I was like, I'm a cowboy, and doesn't matter what era, who knows?
It's more of like a 70s carpenter. It sounds like.
So I roll up, and I'm with her, and you know when you're, I can't speak for you women, but you know when you're a male and you're walking behind defeated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she'll walk out into the road and she'll look both ways, but you just walk. Like you're at that stage, right? You're like, fuck, I'm just gonna walk out. So I'm walking behind her, and I'm dressed as a cowboy, a lazy cowboy. I don't know what she was, something like fucking, I don't know, Catwoman as usual. And we knock the door, and the door opens. And standing there is the fattest Austin Powers I ever saw. A big fat Irish Austin Powers. And he just goes, yeah, baby. And I went, I'm going home. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't want to be stuck to that guy all night long.
Right.
Talking about, the economy, baby. The price of houses are going up, man. Like, it's fucking, no.
Oh, that's great.
People being in character. So, like, the costumes are cool. And I mean, that was, you're going back, 20 years ago, man, when that was the case. But now you're going back. Now the costumes are better.
Yeah.
But I just can't get behind the character, people being in character. So, but this year I was thinking like,
do you feel the same way as if you go to Comic-Con, or it's different? They're going to a Halloween
I don't
party?
dress up as Comic-Con when I go.
But the people that are dressed up and acting as it's different?
They don't bother me as much because I'm a comic book nerd. And look at, man, the way it is, this is going to sound chauvinistic and stuff, but women are hotter now than what they were, especially in Ireland 20 years ago. There was no such thing. Like, I'm not messing. Google Miss Ireland 20 years ago.
Has it changed 20 years since then?
Oh, but fucking women in Ireland, man. They're just, you know what I mean? There's either gorgeous or just bottom of it. And there's no in between. She's all right. It was, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know what the point. Oh yeah, so the costumes are now like women are just like they're really attractive. Like when I see a nice Catwoman or like a whatever it is, I'm like, all right, yeah, that's nice. So I'll go and I'll watch that. But I'm a big comic book fan, so I'm more attached to the characters.
Then Austin Powers, yeah.
Then the fucking guy. Like I used to work at a bank in Ireland, right? This is where I used to hate it too, right? A bank was called Permanent TSB, and I never forget. And the manager comes up and is like, right, everybody, dress up tomorrow.
Right.
I was like, what? Yeah, everyone's dressing up. And I worked with a guy called Daniel O'Leary. We call him Dano. Shout out to Dano if you're listening. And me and him were the only two male bankers. And there was a manager too, the manager upstairs.
Okay.
And he was like, came in the day before Halloween. Halloween was on a Thursday or something, Friday maybe. He's like, right, everybody wear costumes tomorrow. I'm like, fuck, I'm not. I'm not doing it. And everybody came in dressed up, right? And I had Dano's name tag. And I was like, I came as him. And they're like, oh, did you not dress up? I was like, I did, yeah. I had my suit on. And like the big horrible like pins that rip your suit apart.
Right.
And I came dressed as Dano. I was like
miserable.
I was very miserable. And I look back at that guy and I don't like him. But I was being honest. I just came as Dano. And here's what happened. Later on that day, swear to God, a woman came in. She walked up and she's sitting there. She went to Pat Butler, the manager, came down. All right, shout out to Pat. And she goes, old woman. She goes, I came here to take my husband off the account. And he's like, oh, sure, why? He passed away yesterday.
Oof.
And he's dressed as fucking Dracula. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's there crying.
He's dressed as the fucking count.
Crying, or the Grim Reaper or something. I don't remember, something in a cape, right? You know, oh, I'm sorry to hear your husband. Ordinarily, I'd be upset, but ironically, huh? Do you know what I mean? Or you're about to lose your house, you can't pay your mortgage.
Take him off the account.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking, like, you go to a workplace, man. It's supposed to be professional.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a mope. I really don't. I'm so sorry if people think I'm just a grump. That was the old me. But this year, I do kind of, I was saying the other day, I hope Corey has a Christmas or a Halloween party.
I'm thinking about it. I love when the people come dressed as Michael Myers and they're really trying to be him, so they're just fucking walking around quiet.
I'm not talking. I love them. I'll go to that party. Hey,
like, you don't even know who it was that came to the party.
And the wife is embarrassed. Here's my husband, Carl, and she's just shaking her head and he's just silent. Good, Carl. I don't have. That's one more person I don't have to talk to. I don't know if you're having a wank under there, mate. But that's one more person I don't have to talk to. It's great. You be Michael Myers. That's fine. I'll be over here, be Wolverine.
Is the knife
I'll be
real?
sticking this in the fucking. I'll be pumpkin right in the grapes, the cheese and crackers. Schlink. You know what I mean?
I was we were talking about this the other day too, like what the worst place, the most dangerous place, or worst place to scare somebody is. What'd you say? You were like some, was it?
I don't know.
You said surgery.
Yeah.
Surgery is the worst place to scare somebody.
Scalpel. Boom. Slit. Glove. Oh, you got me. Hey, she got me. I'm going to get you back. Just fucking wiping blood out of your eyes. Just like, all right. Clog that up there, nurse.
Oh, shit.
All right, too late. All right.
You scared him to death.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, I love Halloween, and she's a big Halloween person. So she already came home today. She had makeup on, trying out her makeup for a Halloween costume at the end of the month.
Nice.
Yeah, that, or she's gonna, I don't know, do a seance on me tonight. One or the other. That's right.
We got this thing this weekend, man. I don't know what it was. It was just everything I did was not good enough. Not in a bitchy way, right?
Is it that time?
No, it's the end of that. It's the end of that. So I was like, I was exhausted, right? Because I thought the night, we'll go into this in a second, my car got broken into.
That's
so
right.
the next night, I'm lying in bed and I hear outside the house. I'm like, it's another car parked outside the house. So I get up and I hear a door close and then the car turns around in my driveway and leaves again. I'm like, fucking not again. Like, what did you forget? Right? So I go and I couldn't go back to sleep then.
Right.
So that was like 4:40, 20 to 5 in the morning. So I was just exhausted. And then yesterday was Sunday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to do anything. I just don't want to do, like, I'm lying on the couch and I'm eating a big bag of Twix, man. And I finished them all off.
As you do.
I just wanted to watch a horror movie. I don't know where it came from. I was going from horror movie to horror movie. I was on HBO, I was on Netflix, I was on Tubi, everything trying to find, on my Fire Stick, trying to find a horror movie. And everything I put on, I was like, why you want to watch that for? I was like, I don't know, just, why you want to watch that for? Like, I just made it, you really going to watch that? And I was like, fuck. And I would eat a Twix, man. And I would put the wrapper down and she would come over and take their empty wrapper up and throw it. Like, can you just let me eat the fucking Twix? And I'll put the whole thing in the garbage when I'm done.
Sound like you were living your own horror movie.
It was just, I don't know, man. I was trying to get into the horror spirit.
Yep.
You know, I really was. And I saw a guy on TikTok and he wrote this thing on there and he was saying, these are 5 horror movies you should watch. And I couldn't find one of them anywhere. And
Really?
they look really good. I'm like, I'll give one of them a go.
Do you remember any of the lists? I'd like
one
to know
was
the list.
Grimm. He said it was on Netflix. He's a fucking liar.
Grimm?
Yeah, he's a liar. He goes, oh, it's on Netflix. And I click on Netflix. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found.
Never heard of Grimm.
Yeah. He said it's really, apparently he goes, there's a challenger, you can't get past the first 10 minutes. Most people can't watch the first 10 minutes.
That bad. That's scary.
But that's his opinion, you know what I mean? So
It makes me want to watch it now.
it made me want to watch it, and I couldn't fucking find it unless that's his game. Like, that's he's laughing
Anybody
his ass
know
off.
what Grimm is on?
He's there laughing his ass off. Like, I made all these people fucking look at that, 272,000 views. They're all watching Grimm. They're all trying to find this fucking make-believe movie, Grimm. But yeah, so it was just really fucking... It was just, you know, I really do want to get into the Halloween spirit this year. I'm trying to this year.
I think I'm going to throw something.
Are you?
Something, yeah.
like here at the house,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
I'm gonna put something together for the next couple of weeks.
But anyone that comes in as a character, get rid of him.
I'm gonna be the character just for you. I'm gonna be you. I'm gonna walk around as miserable as fuck in a floral button down. Okay. And I'm just gonna be you.
Just yelling at
That's
everybody.
it. Just yelling at everybody. Fucking let's get the fuck out of here.
And getting everything about me wrong.
That's it.
God save the queen.
Yep. Don't save the queen. I'm gonna walk around with a bag of fucking Twix and Rolos and be Mick, who just hates everything. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Hell, it's that bad, yeah. It's that bad, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the car got broke into.
That sucks.
It does, man. I was going to go to the gym, obviously. And I go out in the morning and I just see my wallet on the seat open and like everything that was in my glove box just...
You left the car open or they...
I took my son to cello and as we were coming back, I was going in the front door. I go, did you grab your cello? And he was like, no. And I go, you got to get your cello because it's, leaving it in the car, the temperature going up or down can fuck up the wood in the cello. And he goes, all right, I'll go get it. He goes, all right, lock the door when you're done. I don't want to blame him, but
right.
Because I should have. I don't want to blame me. But I should have checked, right? So I go out and I see the car was slightly open. You know when someone closed the door? Yeah. And then the alarm goes off in the car, like, your door's not closed. Yeah, it is. It's not. It did think. All right, sorry. So I go out and it's like, and now I was more worried about like if the door wasn't closed, the light would have been on, the battery would have been dead.
Right.
And I open the door and I see my shit everywhere and I go, fuck, because I left my wallet in the car like an idiot, like a right idiot.
Because you think it's never going to happen to you. That's why. Everybody thinks that, you know.
Yeah, but the stupid thing about it is like in my old house. My car got broken into, my wallet got taken as well from my car. Like I should have.
Oh, it's fool me once, shame on.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, you shouldn't get fooled again. Wasn't that George Bush?
Fucking hell.
Didn't have the George Bush in his speech. George Bush 2. So yeah, and then I was like, fuck. So I had to cancel all the cards and stuff, and then I'm pressing charges.
Did you find they found him?
Well, they're going to find him because the guy used it. The guy used all 3 cards.
Where at? Local?
Right down the street. Right down the street at the gas stations. So they have the time, the amounts, you know what I mean? And you fucking idiots. You said 3 gas stations are all within the same perimeter.
Yep. And you almost get annoyed at it. Like, because you're like, yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
You know, like, do it right.
But you know, they didn't take my license.
That's good.
So I call the cop over and the cop pulls up to my house. Listen. When do we stop accepting obesity from the people who are supposed to protect us?
Right.
This cop was massive, man.
Do they
massive.
get to that? Like, do police get to that point when it's like just ready to retire now? So it's just like
no, this kid was like 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a young'un. No, listen, couldn't have been nicer, by the way, right? I backed the blue. I backed the green, all the greens. He should eat some of them. This guy was, Anyway, I do. I backed the greens. Eat them, eat some of them. There's loads of them out there. And he was just like, he was a young kid, man. He was so nice. And he goes, what did it take? And I told him 2 debit cards, a credit card. He goes, well, that's a felony.
He said, what did it take? So he
goes, yeah. He goes, what did they take?
Oh.
And he goes, that's a felony.
Right.
And I go, all right. And he goes, so you can press charges now if you want to. I said, wait, so if you just took $7, I couldn't?
Really?
He goes, yeah, if they take a credit card or debit card and use it, it's a felony. I don't know if you're watching from another state or another country, but so he was like, that's a felony. So if you want to press charges. And it's been like, my wife goes onto that fucking next door neighbor app, which is the gossipy bullshit, right? Like there's always a fight on there about something so simple. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like someone broke into another car in a part of the town and someone wrote, yeah, this guy was wearing a hoodie. Right? And someone goes, what race was he? And then they fucking blew up on a fight. Wow. Right? I got number one, look at he doesn't need to, like, you kind of do need to know, right? If a guy is. If you're trying to profile so you can say exactly who did it and you're trying to. But that wasn't nail down the person. I mean, you're going to need to know as much as you can. Yeah, everything about him. Yep. His height. Is he missing a thumb? Like everything, you know what I mean? So so all of that. And then, but then someone says they should ban hoodies. Yeah. That's going to fix all the problems. There you go. Hoodies is what's wrong with the world. Yep. So he, then the detective calls me up and, he was the douchiest guy. Was he? Oh man.
Like he wasted his time.
No, he calls me up and like, hey, listen, we're going to get this guy.
Yeah.
Like, all right, dude, it's not Death Wish. It's not the movie Death Wish where I don't need to explain what crime. Google Death Wish about the crimes that those guys did. Then you'll know, like, you know, how serious it is.
Yeah. Law and Order.
He goes, we're going to get him. We're going to get him. I was like, all right. It's like, remember when Bush was after Bin Laden?
Yeah.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him. I'm going to tell you, we got him. We're going to get him. And so the detective called me up and he goes, yeah, I want you to, I'm away for the next few days. Good job, detective. Yeah, you could have just said I'm working on a case, but because I'm going on vacation, so he doesn't give a fuck about my 2 debit cards and my credit card. And he goes, all right, so call me back. I'm back on Tuesday night at 5:00. So call me at 5:30 and give me all the information. So I got to call the bank and get what time, the location. So she got all that stuff.
Right.
And I go, who do I ask for? And he goes, fuck, I don't want to say his name, but he goes, Big Al. I swear to God. He goes, they know Detective Big Al. Man, I'm not telling you a word of a lie. And I'm on the other phone and I go, sorry, what? Because like sometimes I have my phone on speaker, and if I have another app open, like if I have Instagram open and you try FaceTime me, because I've done that with you, not FaceTime me. I've had you on speaker. You go, is that my phone or your phone? And then I realize I might have Instagram open while speaker, so that's maybe what happens.
Right.
So I'm like, maybe I did that. I'm like, I didn't hear him right. What was that? Yeah, Detective Big Al. I'm like, yeah, he's on the case. Big Al's going to sort it out.
Sounds like a really good comic book.
It's a Big Al.
Detective Big Al.
So, so I
that's great.
I am pressing charges, but if it's a young kid, I'm probably not going to press charges.
Right. Knowing you probably want to sit down and talk to him.
I do. I'm very forgiving. You know me. I'm very forgiving, and I'm a man of God. And
wait till he finds out this is just a prank I've been playing on him for the past week.
And that cop was your fat cousin.
It's my fat cousin. Here's your cards right here.
You know, I wonder why he showed up in a Honda Civic.
Thanks for the ice cream.
He showed up in a Honda Civic with a plastic badge that said officer.
With missing one F.
What's your badge number? 4. So, but here's I had this weird I'm not gonna press charges, right? But then I just had this weird fantasy, right? I imagined I'm pressing charges,
right?
And then all of a sudden he's in the courthouse and the judge is like, "You stole this guy," he's got the gavel, and I'm gonna stand up and go, "Wait a minute, Your Honor, let me take him."
Yeah.
Right, and then I had kind of like I take him under my wing instead of hard time. He comes and he hangs out with me, you see in a martial arts movie, and like the kid saves him from going to jail. So Your Honor, give me him for 2 months, whatever. But I teach him the art of comedy. Yeah. Right, and he's this little kid like, "Oh, Mr. Michael, I want to learn all about the comedy." I don't know, he's Norwegian.
The montage music hits in. I can't stay there with the mic, try to do jokes.
Yeah. And I go like, hold the rubber chicken. What, Mr. Tom? Hold the rubber chicken. Again, I'm trying to do a Norwegian accent. I'm not good at accents. Hold the rubber chicken. Mr. Tom, I don't get it. Just do... Crush the whoopee cushion. What? Crush the whoopee cushion. And then he gets...
Place it on the seat.
Right? And then all of a sudden he goes to his first open mic and he bombs. Yeah. Right? But then he goes, I just crushed the whoopee cushion. And then all of a sudden he starts doing well again. Then he starts blowing up and he goes to theaters and then he goes on Fallon and he kills and he gets discovered. And then he goes like he's in these comedy movies like he's as big as Kevin Hart. Right? Selling out arenas. But then when he makes these movies, he's like, you know what? I'm going to do serious roles like Jim Carrey did. And then he goes over and does serious roles. And then he gets an Oscar. And at the Oscars, he's like, I want to thank Mr. Thomas. And then I go, I changed my mind. Press charges. Get rid of him. Lock him the fuck up. Wouldn't that be a great journey to take him on? That'd be a really good journey.
Take the audience on. Hate that movie and love it at the same time.
I love that movie. Hang on, my thing is cut up there. Hang on, let me press it there.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, I just think that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
That's the movie. And the kid ends up, even though I helped him,
and miserable,
and he's bombing, and I just do whoopee cushion, and then all of a sudden he goes to jail, and he hits hard times, and that's it. And that's what you get for fucking with my car.
That would be fucking awesome. That would be so fun.
Imagine that. You're done.
You're done. You don't
give a shit. I don't care. $24 is Sunoco? What the fuck do you think you are? Baller? No.
I'd like to know what he bought. Right? You almost want to know what are the items that
I would assume in Monster.
A Monster, a bag of Doritos.
Doritos, probably weed. You know, those things for smoking weed that the kids do.
Rolling papers
and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's it.
That's
just knocked on your door and asked you for $10.
So listen, we're going to Utah soon.
Yes, we are. Bravo.
Right, Provo in Utah.
Provo,
and it got me thinking, right? Because it's Mormon country.
Yep.
Love the Mormons, nice people. But they do believe in more than one wife.
They do.
If polygamy, that's what it's called, right?
Right.
If that was legal, would you?
Absolutely fucking not.
Right?
Right. I am. One's enough for me.
Because people think that, right? People
One's enough for
people
me.
close their eyes and they only think of the sex part.
You know, people get divorced over one wife.
Yeah, can you imagine getting nagged from three different directions?
3 different directions, exactly.
Like that's a triangle.
You know, and they have like 3-story houses, and they're like the one lives in the middle, the one lives at the top, one lives in the basement.
Some live in their own house.
And then they interview
yards.
these guys, and they're so fucking calm. They're just sitting in their recliner. All the every documentary, it's always the guy in the recliner. He's just very calm, talking about how whatever happened, you know.
I think their pimp hand is strong.
Yeah,
that's why. Can you imagine? All right, 3 wives, right? And here's what happened today, right? Gorgeous day, right? I want Mrs. called out sick today, right? I don't know who's listening. She called out sick today, so we get on the bike and we go to the beach. Just the two of us. We go to the beach. We go for a nice long walk. Leave the bike down in the parking lot. Obviously, you can't take it on the beach. And we go for a nice walk. We come back up. Then we turn around and we go to the bay side of the beach. So we walk all the way out the pier, right? And she goes, I think I'll jump off the pier and swim in. She's a good swimmer, right? She had her stuff with her in case the weather was nice. And she goes, what would you do if I got caught in a current and got taken out to sea? You might want to sit forward a bit. I go, what do you mean? I'm not a good swimmer. She goes, you wouldn't come in and save me? But I wouldn't save you though. And she got mad at me.
Really?
Why? I would have to jump in because people were because that's the first thing people would say. Did you not jump in after?
Yeah.
I can't swim. I can swim.
Both of you would be dead.
Right, I can swim, right? Because I surf, so I can swim and I can do a few lengths, but that's it. I'm not a strong swimmer. I'm a survival swimmer. I can swim to survive. Right. But if you get caught up by a riptide taken out to sea, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
Right? I can't. It would be heartbreaking to watch you go. Bye. I'm not.
I want you to be her Jack.
Yeah, but why? What am I going to do? So now I'm just thinking about that. And she got mad at me. Why would you get mad at me? I can't. I can't swim well. And and part of me was, if that was to happen, if I watched her get pulled out to sea, a part of me was I'm going to have to jump in now because people are going to ask me at the funeral. They're going to go, it's a terrible way to go in it. Yeah. You didn't think of jumping in? And then I got to explain, well, I'm a good swimmer, but I'm not. It's not even that, but I hate explaining myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I got to say, no, I can't swim, but I usually have a surfboard.
You'd have to have a PowerPoint made on the screen when people come and they put the photos of people that passed away. Just be you explaining why you didn't jump into the water.
Or have an easel with her picture and crying around it. At the very bottom is my swimming cert from when I was a 7-year-old. And it's going to say barely passed.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Oh, look at that. That's probably why he didn't. See that there? That's why he didn't go save her.
Yeah.
But she got mad at me. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Do you know what I mean? What do you want me to do with your hypothetical game? I can't fucking swim. You want me to jump in and literally die.
When you're the swimmer.
Literally die. People don't use the word literally, right? When girls will use oh my God, this coffee's so good, I literally died. No, you didn't literally. I wish you literally died, right? But I would literally be dead. And you're going to go, all right. Mm-hmm. Why would I want 2 more of them? 2 more of those.
Now if you jumped in, you'd have to make a choice.
Well, there's no choice. I'm dead.
No, I know, but you'd have to try to save one of them.
I'd be grumpy all the way out to her too. I'd be just fucking in the ocean.
Right.
I'd just be mad at everybody. I'd be mad at David Hasselhoff for some reason. I'd just be swimming mad.
Angry.
Just people that owe me money from when I was a teenager.
Fucking punch a shark.
I see a shark, I'm like, fucking try it. Try it. The shark, I'm like, all right. Did you ever get in trouble for a dream she had?
Yes, I have. And I've been angry for a dream I've had too. But,
have you?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's.
But
what happened?
She's been angry.
What?
She's been
talking about you. What dream did you have?
What?
I mean, it's too personal.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
All right, that's great content for a podcast.
PTSD. I'm sorry.
Shit. That is fucking.
Why have you? Has that happened with you? Where she's been mad at you?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I remember she came home after I walked in and she'd just finished watching Oprah when Oprah was on. Hey, I came home. I used to work at a bank. Mm-hmm. Came home, long day. People be yelling at me. Fucking finance shit. People going mad over dumb shit, yelling at you. Get in the car, traffic shitty. You walk in the door.
Yep.
You know what? Go home, see the wife, little baby there. It's gonna be great when I go home. Right? She's home all day, assuming there'll be a meal made. Walk up, the credits are rolling to Oprah, she's like, sit down.
Yeah.
Like, for fuck's sake, what? You know what I mean? Jesus, man.
Yeah, no, I've had have dreams where I've like walked in on her with like 2 dudes or something like that, and it's just you wake up and you're fucking angry.
Did you know the dudes?
Yeah, I knew both of them. So
I knew both of them.
Yeah. No, it's not this guy.
You just call him up the next morning, fucking
He's fucking
dick,
angry,
click.
and then you just look at her, fucking, because they doing things that you didn't ever, she's never done for you in the dream. You're
that's
just angry. It's like, what'd I do? You're fucking dirty. Just,
Yeah. Any chance of a sandwich? No, I can't make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, but you lick his ass, though. What? I'm gonna get out of here, honey. Come back. We need to talk about this.
Yes.
Fuck no.
Just
I don't
angry.
want anything from you.
you know, I wonder
Why don't you go lick some ass or something? Like what?
I wonder if a dream's ever caused a divorce.
I would say there's some weird.
Right?
I think
some
that's someone
weird case like that.
definitely looking for a way out.
Yeah.
And looking for any excuse.
And there's probably some case where it was actually found that she was guilty or he was guilty.
I don't know. I would say there's some guy out there, our girl, that's with the flawless person. They can do nothing wrong, but they're just boring as
Like,
fuck.
think how Elon Musk wants to chip everybody's brain, right?
Yeah.
It's that level where it's like you could be sent to jail for a dream you had. Because will you ever commit it, you know?
Or even a thought.
Like, you ever had like a dream that you wake up like, I think I didn't really do that?
I don't know. But imagine you got like.
Now you're making me sound like a fucking serial killer.
No, but imagine you got arrested for like a thought. Like that would be weird. Or people can read your thoughts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, same kind of concept.
With this new chip, right? They say you're gonna read your intent and your thought. Like then, like all of a sudden, like I'd be just buckets of sweat talking to
Yeah,
somebody.
you just be thinking of the thoughts you're not supposed to be thinking of because they're telling you not to think those thoughts.
Right, you'd be standing there like, don't look at her tits. Just don't look at her tits. Just look up there. You're thinking about tits. All of a sudden, sweat's going up. And it's your cousin too. What are you doing? It's your cousin. I'm like, I don't want to look at my cousin's tits. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Ireland.
It's ridiculous. I remember one time I looked at. I went through a day. It was only a day when I went through the weirdest porn searches.
Really?
Oh man, the stuff I looked up. We could get kicked off live for talking about this.
Yeah.
The weirdest stuff. And I remember she saw my history and went, what are you doing? I go, I swear to God, like a guy banging a girl's armpit. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm just watching it going, I don't get it. And I'm watching the enjoyment on both. I don't know why she's enjoying it.
Sweat stinks, arid work.
She's just there going, oh yeah. Like, where's if anything, that's a tickle zone.
That's a real thing?
Oh yeah,
That's
man.
a real like fetish of men.
Go Google it when you're done. Google it. Get on the phone right now. People are in the comments right now. Yep, definitely.
Yep.
Just Google armpit thing.
They're all doing it right now.
Google armpit stuff, and you'll be like, what? But the part, like, I get what he's doing because look, we're on to weird stuff. Do you ever talk to somebody?
You get that tired of sex? You're like, I really got to try something new. Like, I'm just tired of your body in general. Let's see what the armpit feels like.
Maybe you're getting so bored and tired of it, but also maybe you just. Like, just wanted to be a weirdo and go, this is what I'm into now.
How do you look down in her face? Getting the armpit.
I think the video I saw, he was standing behind her.
Oh.
And she was just like that. I think reading the paper.
Got in a headlock? Oh, she's in the paper.
Yeah, she got in a headlock. Basically, that's what it looked like. Yeah, you're right. Got in a headlock and it just kept boop, 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 popping out. Yeah, and just like
a cuckoo bird.
Yeah, but
alarm clock.
Like one of the clocks in Pinocchio. And then, but the thing that got me is that she was loving it.
Yep.
You're a liar. Like, you're a liar. Like, stop moaning. Stop moaning.
Yeah.
Just do nothing.
Yeah.
You know? And stop moaning. Like, you can say you're attracted. Go, oh yeah, baby, I like that.
And what's crazy about that, if you scroll underneath, there's probably about 150 guys that commented and reviewed it and put stars to it.
And thumbs up.
Thumbs up to it.
Who gives a thumbs up on an adult site?
Who rates it?
Who comments on it?
Just the real Siskel and Ebert.
This girl is hot. Is she? Is that?
Like, if you're sitting there watching it, you're not even naked at all, and you're actually just reviewing videos, that's a problem.
Yeah, can you imagine?
That's a problem.
Yeah, you're like a Hollywood critic.
Exactly.
It's like really rotten tomatoes.
Yeah.
Rotten zucchinis. That's how you're. What do you do for a living? I'm a porn critic. Are you? Yeah, I write for rotten zucchinis and or eggplants. I meant. Oh, not zucchinis.
Eggplants.
Damn it! That would have been funnier with the eggplants. I meant the eggplant. That's all ruined, innit?
Yeah, you suck.
But Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Anything else you want to throw in there before we go? We're literally in the dark.
We are in the dark.
weird.
We do shadows. Do shadow puppets.
Yeah, we could do shadow puppets. We're going to go now, I guess. And then next week we'll be back in the studio.
Yeah, we'll be back in the studio next week.
Let us know if we should go live or not bother at all. You tell us. Thank you for the TikTok people who join in. For the rest of you who are our regular listeners, thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. We appreciate that.
Make sure to go follow the I Have MANxiety on Instagram and I Have MANxiety on TikTok. I'm
Mick Thomas on all the platforms. Got
and
some big gigs
Brooks.
coming up. Atlantic City, I'm at the Borgata on the 20th and the 23rd. I'm at the 22nd. In between there, I'm at the comic strip in New York City. And we're in Utah. On the 14th of October. And then on November 25, 26, I'm recording my first special. Down in Florida, New Smyrna Beach, Madcap Comedy
Are there
Club.
tickets out for that already?
They're not on sale yet, but people are inquiring about it. So it's a small room. It'll go
quick.
All right. You bring us out.
You just did.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Peace out.